Blogtalk Radio.
Well, I don't have any awesome intro music or any weird-ass characters picking up the phone or anything stupid like that. But apparently I was asked to do a show to kind of save face and give people something to do tonight. Matt Crowley in Discord just wished me good luck. Thank you. I'm going to need it because apparently I have the shittiest luck in the world when it comes to actually getting real radio show hosts on the air with me. So you guys, 2 shows ago on this channel, I tried to get to Uncle Tony Talk back on the air. And to no avail, it failed fucking drastically. He was very upset that I decided to do a Tony impression of him. He was very angry. So on and so forth, whatever. I do want to apologize to the boys that keep it 100 because a lot of work went into the previous show and shit fell apart. So I guess we're going to work on that. Holy fuck. Okay. Thanks, Insane Energy. I just got your feed and it says that I'm up on the air. Awesome. Very good. Okay. So, yeah, I have nothing to talk about. The only thing I can do is call Joseph Gibson again and break his balls because it's one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. Also, I did get a phone call last night from a Dr. Peter Ventura. And Dr. Peter Ventura, the one that called into my show, was actually the real Dr. Peter Ventura. So I just want to put that out there. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. So I don't know what we're going to talk about. Some people are saying, hey, let's talk about fitness. Some people are saying, hey, let's have a wrestling show. You guys do not want me to have a wrestling show. Nothing I say is going to be nice about professional wrestling right now. Even the professional wrestling that I participate in, because that's what I do, I'm a professional wrestler. Never thought I'd say that. Matt Crowley's calling in, though, on 919. I'm going to bring Matt Crowley on. So, Cobra Jeff just asked me about AEW versus WWE. Because I have friends in AEW, and I only have about maybe 1 or 2 friends in the WWE, or people that are associated with the WWE, whether it's the Performance Center, whether it's they actually wrestle. I'm not going to say anything because if it ever comes down to me wanting to work somewhere, I don't mind getting some of that AEW money if I'm ever that good. Ashley, we can't do a satanic ritual on the air because I have I don't know the first thing about satanic rituals. I know I look like I do, but I definitely don't. Anyway, Matt, I'm bringing you on real quick. Matt Crowley, 919. What's up, Matt? What do you need to clarify?
I'm not in the Discord, J-Bo, but I never was. But this is a guy that's impersonating my name in some sort of a weird light. But anyways, I also do wish you good luck, man. And not to mention, I'm really disappointed with Tony's behavior, man. Who does he think he is, abandoning his own fan base like that? The fan base that he took years to build, man. I'm sorry that you had to hear me yelling, but seriously, I have no idea what Tony's problem is. We all do want him back. The show must go on, right?
I mean, I'm trying to hold on to some type of fan base that he has built out of a friendship type of deal. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you guys something to do, trying to keep everything alive. Like right now I only have 6 callers, and I'm lucky if I have about 9 people in the chat room right now. But the 6 callers and the 9 people that are in the chat room right now, this means something to me. So I'm trying to keep it going. I'm trying to keep something alive, something happening.
Okay, and again, J-Bo, I am not in the Discord. I never was. It's just some guy making light of my name in a weird way, and I do want you to know that. But anyways, good luck to you, man. I say that as well. Goodbye, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, Ashley, my phone is farting. It sounds like it's farting. Apparently I'm very it's you fuckers in Discord sending me messages. That's what it is. Every time my phone goes off, okay, I could be at work and my phone will go off. It will vibrate twice. And people think I'm popular and I have to sit here and justify everything to my better half and everyone. It's like, hey, listen, it's Discord. Like there are times where I'm literally sitting there and like the phone will and I'll pick it up and I'm like, haha, Johnny Longfeather is so fucking funny. Or whatever, it's like, who the fuck is Johnny Longfeather? Better yet, those pictures that we send in Discord? If you go into my gallery on my phone, there are a bunch of pictures in my gallery that are completely inappropriate and not right. And it's one of the funniest fucking things ever, but it makes me laugh because I think of you guys. TJ Hooker just said to me, sorry for not calling in, I'm taking a musical break. An internet friend, those are gigantic nipples. They look like you could probably cut diamonds and rob a fucking jewelry store with them. So yeah, I honestly don't know what to talk. You guys want to call in and talk and say whatever you want to say about anything or anyone. Holy shit. Okay, well, that's something we can bring up. I just farted. Powerful 7.7 quake in the Caribbean leads to evacuations in Miami. Holy shit. Okay. It's a tsunami threat. This just happened now? NBC News. There were no immediate reports of damage or injuries, which is great, but a tsunami threat had been issued. But the danger has passed. Oh, yeah, Sparkles wants me to give Mad Mark a shout-out. Yeah, Mad Mark, come back to the Salami Brigade. No one's upset with you. Nobody's pissed at you. You kind of got very upset. What do you mean you get a busy signal when you call in, Jesco? I highly doubt Tony would be setting off tsunamis. Highly doubt that. Bam, are you out there in Miami? Whatever. I'm over here having a conversation with Discord. Huh, Matt Dante. Very nice. I saw what you put. I'm not going to say what you put up there because if Uncle Tits is listening, I don't want him to call in and get all fucking dreary-eyed and start screaming at me. But yeah, since I have nothing else better to do and he was in the chat room earlier, I'm going to call Joseph Gibson. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you, internet friend, for hooking me up with the number. I'm going to be giving him a call right now. Let's see what Joe's up to. Oh, motherfucker. It didn't type in. I'm typing nothing. We're calling Joe Gibson.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, I'm answering. What do you need?
Oh.
What do you want? What do you need?
Oh, hey. Oh,
yeah, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, okay, how you doing?
I saw you in the chat room earlier, and I wanted to give you a call because I'm hosting a show again, and I figured you were such a great guest host last time that I decided to reach out to see if you would like to guest host again tonight.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? You know, we'll talk about the fact that I'll be running for office here in North Carolina, and we'll see what kind of support we can get. I got to petition the state election board, so you know, we're going to run for public office here in North Carolina.
No shit.
Yeah, My district, sixth. Obviously, you all know where I live, so I live in the 6th district here for the congressional seat here. So, I didn't know if I was going to do Congress or U.S. Senate, but I have to petition the board, and so we're in the process of putting that through, and it'll be under the Constitution Party.
Well, I'm glad you shared that with me because I wanted to let you know. And this comes to a surprise to many, but I am also running for Congress.
Well, where? What state?
All 50.
All 50. How the heck are you going to run for Congress in all 50 states? You mean president?
I have a lot of time on my hands. I was actually.
Well, you can't do that. That's against the law. You can't do that in North Carolina. You can't run for more than one seat.
Well, I was thinking about going down to North Carolina, but since you're doing it, I don't know, because then that will make us opponents, and then my campaigns are going to just be amazing. And they're going to have little stickers everywhere in North Carolina that say "Vote J-Bo," and it's going to have my face on it, and I'm going to be flexing.
Oh, boy. That could be a scary thought.
So,
what time's your show?
This is my show. You're on the air.
Right now. You're on now. Oh, you're on now. Okay, all right. Who you got out there so far listening? Where? I was trying to pay attention to the chat room, but they talk so much gibberish and nonsense, you can't figure out what the conversation's about.
I actually it's weird because I have a bunch of guests on, and one of the guests signed in, but they left under the name of Tone Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Tone Sanchez came in, and I was wondering. I thought it was you, but you guys were both signed in at the same time, so I figured that definitely.
No, I never pretend to be somebody else. You should know that by now.
No. And then I got a bunch of other names that were very derogatory toward you that came in there. One was Dick Suck Gibson.
Yeah.
And
they're pretty good at that. Yeah, they're pretty good at they're pretty. I will give them credit. They are very creative. They come up with these pictures. They come up with pretending with the blackface and everything. That's pretty good. But I got to hand it to them. They spend a lot of time worrying about me.
So you and I have obviously had it out quite a bit on the air, and right now we are being cordial and we're getting along famously. I would like for you to tell me about your campaign.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, there's a lot to talk about as far as the campaign goes. It's obviously built on the platform of restoring the Republic and getting back to the original Constitution. And, arresting these bastards who are in contempt of Constitution, such as that criminal up there in Virginia, that governor of Virginia there, Norham. He'll be the first one out, that I would go after. And any other sheriffs across the country that don't want to stand with the Constitution, they'll be recalled,
Well, here's the problem with North Carolina. My only issue, because obviously if I were living down there, my vote would probably go to you just because I know you. But here's the thing. Do you know Jesco White?
Jesco White. That name sounds familiar. Is that familiar with... Yeah, Jesco. They one that calls into the radio show all the time, right?
Yes. Jesco White is actually... He's going to be running as well. He's got a campaign going, and it says Jesco White, and his White Power Electric Company is actually going to be the ones funding his campaign.
Oh, Jesco White Power Electric Company. That's pretty good. That's electrifying.
Well, nice. Give him ideas. He's going to end up...
Jesco, he's got to take the marbles out of his mouth when he talks, though, or whatever the hell he's got in his mouth. Jesco's got a lot of good opinions. It's just he's a little bit too racist, He doesn't think anybody can get along. He just thinks that the blacks hate white people, and that's why I get along with them, and he believes that being separate is the proper way of doing things, and he doesn't know how to answer those types of questions. He starts getting a little radical then when you ask him serious questions about separatism.
Well, I'm thinking I'm looking for Jesco White's number in my queue, and I think I came across it. I was wondering if you two would like to get on the air right now and maybe have a little bit of a debate. I can ask some questions, and we can have we can see what's going on with this. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Sure, why not? And we can even talk about Kobe Bryant if you want to. The god that passed away a couple days ago. That because he was such in a damn hurry to get to a basketball game, he had to take a helicopter and fly through the fog and kill 7 other people. Or 8 other people. I mean, but he's a god. He can jump over, tall buildings in a single bound with his basketball in his hand, and it's such a tragedy. But anyway, maybe Jesco will agree with me on that. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm gonna bring Jesco on the air. Also, I want to apologize ahead of time to Kobe Bryant's family. Kobe Bryant was actually I knew Kobe. He was actually a pretty decent guy.
Really?
When
especially when he was choking that hotel worker and raping her from behind, like an animal.
That was not.
Well,
actually.
I read the arrest warrant on my radio show, and he openly admitted to it, actually. And why'd he pay her money then to settle out of court?
I think what had happened was that was from what the reports that I read, and I don't know if they're accurate or not. But what I read was it was somebody dressed up as Kobe Bryant, and I don't want to mention the name because we both know who the person was by the name. And
was it Shaquille O'Neal?
No. I believe it was actually it was. I'm going to use the initials DPV.
DPV, huh? Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, Dr. Peter Ventura is not very happy with you guys there. He wanted to have the link to the show and everything, and those people that are pretending to be him and everything. I would say they're in pretty big trouble real soon. Real soon.
Well, that's not good.
No, they are, especially, what was it? It begins with a G. The guy lives in California. Pine Hills, is it, maybe? Pine Valley or something? And then the town that he lives in is, I forgot, it begins with a G. I forgot, he told me. He's got the guy's address and everything. The sheriffs will be knocking on his door real soon, so he just doesn't know it yet. It takes time to process a warrant for his arrest, yeah.
Hey, but
I mean, I don't support that, but,
Well, I do have running opposite of you, right now on the phone. This is actually, and his new name is Dr. Jesco White. He has received his doctorate. He's Dr. Jesco White, PhD. I'm actually going to bring him on the air, and I would like to have some sort of simple debate. I'm going to have callers call in and actually ask you guys questions. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, hi. Is this Mr. Jesco White? Dr. Jesco White?
Can you hear me?
Hey, Dr. Jesco White, PhD. What's going on, Jesco?
Not a whole lot, just doing my daily routine. Hey, Joe, first of all, don't ever try to explain. Joe, you're not a mind reader. Don't try to explain my position on anything. I wouldn't even attempt to explain your position on anything because I have no idea what you think about anything. Really?
Well, I know. That would be. I know. Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't understand your true position on anything. So don't speak for me and tell other people what my position is on this and that because you don't know. You're so wrong. It's ridiculous. You don't even hear anything I ever say.
Well, you did say you're a separatist and you believe in separatism, right, of the races. You did say that.
How many times, Joe, how many times have I had to tell you?
You said people should be able to choose what neighborhood they want to live in. If the people want to be with all white people, then they should be able to, right?
Shut your dumbass mouth.
That's what you should be. Now, are you drinking again, Jessica? Two beer, Jessica. You
stay talking for me when I'm sitting here. I can talk for myself, you faggot.
Listen, two beer, Jessica. Calm down. We're having a discussion.
Mamma mia. You call him a baguette.
I've always said freedom of association. That's what I'm for. People should have the freedom to
separatist association, the same thing. So you're telling me that if white people just want to hang around white people, that's what they should. That's separatism. That's racist.
Joe, Okay. You're such a fag. You're such a fucking traitor to the fucking white race. We don't even.
I'm a traitor to the white race now. Oh no. Well, Jessica, your true racist colors are coming out. I knew it wouldn't take long for an ignoramus asshole like you to really snap. Jessica, take the dick out of your mouth and start paying attention to what I'm saying. And so what I'm saying is true. You believe that white people should be separate from other races.
You don't say anything.
Well, what do you believe then, Jessica? What do you believe? Set the record straight for me. What do you believe?
Dude, you got to shut the fuck up. You ask me a question, and you go ahead and answer the question that on my position. What sense does that make?
I'm asking you the question now. Go ahead, answer.
That's all. Shut the fuck up, faggot. First of all, freedom of
it's called lag time, Jessica. You don't understand there's lag time on the radio.
He won't shut the fuck up. He won't shut the fuck up. So anyways, if you want to be like you, right, and you want to associate with Mandela Khan and Chewbacca and you want to mix and mingle with them, sure, go have at it, right? But if I want the freedom to choose who I want to be around, I should have that right? I mean, that's basic, simple freedom. That's basic, simple freedom. We don't even have that. We're not allowed to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, wait a second here. So, wait a second. You're telling me, hang on a second here. Let me interrupt because I'm getting confused here. You're telling me if I want to hang around with Chewbacca and Mandela Khan, who are black, that's okay, have at it. And then 2 sentences later, you say we don't have a choice to do that. So, which is it?
What are you talking about, Joe? Joe,
yeah, well, which is it?
You don't even listen. You don't even listen to this. You didn't even hear anything I just said. That's what I'm saying. There's no point in talking to you because you don't listen. You don't listen.
Oh, you're telling me white people cannot hang around with white people. That's what you're saying.
Faggot. Don't tell me what I think about anything. Quit doing that shit.
No, I'm asking you what you said.
I just told you.
Yeah, say it again, because I'm getting confused here. I mean, you're just talking riddles. I think you're drunk, Jessica.
Shut your fucking mouth,
Jessica, stop trying to screw your sister and your mother at the same time. Well, actually, they're the same person. Be cool and take it easy and have a dialogue, okay?
And then he doesn't shut the fuck up. Casting pearls before swine is what this is. Casting pearls before swine. Because
having sex with your siblings and your relatives, I believe, is a crime under God's law. So, you should cut that out, Jessica.
It doesn't matter what I'm saying right now because he's not.
You're white trailer trash, Jessica. You're white trailer trash. That's what it is. With your Confederate flag hanging on the door.
Joe, you're projecting.
All Jesco said to you, Joe, was he called you a baguette, which is a French bread, I believe. And the fact that you called him inbred is very insulting, and I don't think it's going to look very good for your campaign. So what I would like to do is I would like to keep the conversation very cordial. And I have a few questions, if you guys don't mind. The first question is going to be for Jesco White. And you have 30 seconds to answer, Jesco. Very simply.
Okay. Is that faggot going to shut his goddamn mouth so I can answer a goddamn question?
Yes, the baguette will. Joe, I don't understand why he's calling you a baguette.
He's a goddamn retard.
I don't get it either. He's just angry because his sister probably wouldn't have sex with him tonight. I don't know. So I don't know what his problem is.
That's not nice. I met Jesco's sister.
You're a mind reader. You think you know everything, but you know nothing. You know absolutely nothing about.
Well, your sister keeps calling me, telling me how you hold her down and tie her up at night, rape her. I mean, come on, knock it off. All right.
This isn't good. This isn't good for your campaign.
You only know about yourself when you project it. Fucking idiot.
This isn't good for your campaign. So what we're going to do is, and I met Jesco's sister. She's very lovely. And she has a very, very nice boyfriend who he's a blacksmith. He's very nice.
Black? Oh, my Lord. Jessica can't stand that title, Black. Oh, my Lord.
Blacksmith. All right.
Yeah, but still, the title alone is offensive to Jessica.
He doesn't listen. He's a fucking retard. He doesn't listen to anything anybody says.
Well, Jesco, I have a question for you.
Even if he did listen, he can't understand anything anybody says. That's why he knows nothing. That's why he has no solid position on anything, because he's a fucking retard.
Thank you.
Well,
now, do you have anything else you can add?
True. Now that's true. That's not projecting. That's fucking.
actually, I do have a question, but it's going to.
I'm waiting for it, but it keeps interrupting you.
Well, one of our fans is actually calling in, who has a question for you, Joseph. I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to see what's happening with this. So here we go. Go ahead. You're on the air with I think my name's Jabo tonight. So yep, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Peter Paul Ventura from Imperial Beach, California, here at Bible Believers Church.
You're not Dr. Peter Paul Ventura. You're not.
Hello, Dr. Ventura.
But that's okay. You have no proof whatsoever. You cannot claim who you want to be.
I'm going to sue you for defamation of character if you keep telling people that I am not the real me. How's the fishing up there where you live, huh? Didn't Peter tell you he's coming up there to go fishing? Huh? A private conversation? Didn't you two have a private conversation the other day? I could tell
yeah.
you that
you know.
Beach is not all great because of the pollutants that are released by the south of the border.
What'd you tell him? Have a good sermon? You told him have a good sermon or something, and then because you were starting to get to be a smart ass. But you don't. Well, you have a good sermon when the sheriff's knock on your door for a warrant for your arrest, because Dr. Peter Ventura is pursuing you. He has your real name, has your real address. You know this now because he's contacted you privately and told you to stop, and now you're continuing to do it. So,
real Dr. Peter Paul Ventura.
Okay.
Okay. What more do you need to
and
know?
how did you and now how did you get his information again? You read it on a website or something? There was something on a website where you said that he was a sexual predator or something. Is that true? And then I mean, I don't know. How did you get this information?
Joseph, listen to me, okay? I've been on the show the times in which we live in today, if this is the real Joseph Gibson. I've been on there plenty of times. And if you listen to the show of my friend Joseph Gibson, you would know all the information that is needed to know everything about me. So there's no secret of who I am, what I've been, that I was sexually convicted, that I was convicted of a sexual crime towards a minor in 3 different cases, that I was in a protective custody yard along with Joseph Gibson. It is no secret.
Is that information posted on the internet by any chance? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. You just committed another felony. Thank you.
Do you have a pen? Write this down.
Thank you. Yep. Oh, good. Yep.
JIZZSTAINS.com. If you don't mind looking that up, please.
Yeah.
Did you write that?
Anyway, what's your point? Well, you have a question for Jesco. This is a discussion between me and Jesco.
No,
Two-Beer Jesco.
My question is for you, Joseph.
That's his name. Two-Beer Jesco.
How can you accuse someone of
we heard you.
of being romantic with their sister when you fondled Bridget, who is your sister?
Well, that's what you told me. That's what you told me.
Well,
that's what you told me.
Is this true?
That's what you told me.
I can't have this on my show if this is true.
Well, he's obviously making things up, but that's fine. But he's the one that told me the stuff about Jesco, actually.
How is he making things up? We have 2 doctors on the air, Joe. We have 2 doctors on the air. We have Dr. Jesco White and Dr. Peter Ventura.
Yeah. What school did Jesco graduate from?
I believe Harvard University up here in
Harvard University. Really?
Yes.
How many years did he attend there? I mean, what was his thesis about?
I don't know, but I believe
I majored in Bridget's fucking pussy.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Do they have
Very
that
good.
at Harvard? I thought it was political science.
I didn't know they had that course there, but that's interesting. But go ahead. Anything else you can come up with Jesco now? I mean, don't get mad because your mother and your sister won't have sex with you tonight. I know, and then you got to pound the 2 beers. I know you have personal problems, and and you live in your single wide trailer, with your little hooded friends there that you call white power separatists, and you think you're white pride and all this. Well, are you a separatist, aren't you?
Well, wait a second. I have someone. Mm-hmm. Well, I have someone on the line right now that would like to speak to everyone. I'm going to bring people on. This is area code 203. Area code 203. I'm going to bring you on the air to speak to Dr. Peter Ventura, Dr. Jesco White, and Joseph Gibson.
Hello, this is Bridget Pruitt.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that really Bridget Pruitt? I don't know.
I'm not going to entertain nonsense like that. I thought this was a discussion between me and Jessica. You know, this is just totally nonsense.
Joseph, I don't know who this is. Is that really Bridget
true
or not?
that you're also first cousins with Joe? Bridget, ain't that true?
We're first cousins, but what I found out is that I really like black cock a lot better than his tiny white.
Okay, hey, we're having a political debate here. You can't call in and say stuff about liking black cocks. What's going on?
It fills me up so much more.
Okay, well, you can't say that on the air while we're having a political debate. We're having a political...
Jessica, what kind of America... I want to know what kind of America Jessica would like to have. What kind of America would you like to have, Jessica?
I have a correction
one
to
with
make.
you not in it, faggot.
One where I'm not in it. Okay.
Why would I explain anything to you? You wouldn't understand anything. You're too dumb.
And really, I meant multiple.
Well, then help me understand, Jessica. Help me understand.
I meant plural.
I don't know if I can get you to understand anything, Joe. I mean, I've explained shit till I'm blue in the face to you. It goes in one ear and right up the other. You don't retain anything I say.
Well, Jessica, what type of America would you like to see? What type of political system would you like to have since I'm running for office? What would you like?
I'm not going to cast pearls in front of swine anymore. What's the point?
Jessica, you seem like you're very upset. I mean, did I hit a nerve tonight? I mean, you know, I thought this was all, you know.
You're just a fucking retard. You're just a fucking retard. You ask a question and then you answer it. You ask me a question and then you keep on talking. And then I answer when you finally do shut the fuck up, and I do explain something. You don't even hear what I say. So what's the point? Explain me.
Well, okay. Describes your views on the races in America and how we should have the right to choose to hang out whoever we want or live whatever neighborhoods we want. Is that your view? I thought it was.
So they can fuck me.
Jesus Christ, how many times have I explained this on your show? On this show. Freedom of association. Freedom of association. People should be able to freely associate with who they want.
Up to 5.
Well, they do that today, Jessica. They do that today. And that's why you're so angry, correct?
You cannot do that.
Two in my hands.
You do not.
Hold on a second, guys. Guys, hold on a second. Dr. Jesco, I'm going to put you on a brief mute, if you don't mind, sir. I'm going to put you on a brief mute.
Who, me?
Yes, Jesco. I'm going to put you on a brief mute, just real quick, and I'll bring you back.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience. Dr. Peter Ventura's been. I'm going to put him. He's going to stay because I feel like he's also a doctor, but he's going to stay for a little bit. I'm hearing a lot of noise in the background. I would like to know who this is that's calling in as Miss Pruitt. I would like to know who this is right now because I don't really accept games on my show. I'm trying to have a political discussion against one of the greatest politicians of probably the entire United States history right now. And I would like to know who this 203 is. If you could please confirm your identity because I feel as though it's out in the breeze right now. Could you please explain what's going on, who you are, where you're from to myself and Mr. Gibson, please?
My name is Bridget Pruitt, and I've had children or a child, I forget which, with Joe Gibson, the third.
Clearly right there, that was obviously clearly not the person that you're looking for. That's just a retard.
Hey, listen, we're trying to be serious here. Joe and I have had a lot of our differences, Okay, we're putting them all aside.
Know something?
What would you like me to know?
I can take up to 5 black cocks at one time.
You're disgusting.
One
you
in
are
my
absolutely
asshole,
disgusting. No, you're
one
filthy.
in my vagina.
Okay.
And
well,
one
that's
in
lovely
each
for you.
hand.
Where?
It is my dream. I have a dream, much like Martin Luther King, to one day take 6 at one time. My thought is perhaps using an ear hole or a nostril, if properly lubed.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
But they must
done
be
now?
black.
Disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm hanging up on you.
If I may say something,
hold on a second.
This does not surprise me one bit. This does not surprise me one bit. This is what happens when people are surrounded and acquaintance of Joseph Gibson.
Uh-huh. I thought you were my friend.
No, I am your friend. That's why
I am your friend.
It does not surprise me.
You know what? Hold on. Bridget, Miss Pruitt, I have to get rid of you. You're disgusting. You're making fun of and you're trying to troll one of the best future politicians that will go down in absolute American history. In my opinion, Joseph Gibson, you have no right to be on this fucking show, and I'm sorry for dropping F-bombs. You have no right to be on here and calling in and disturbing the process of which I'm having a political debate. I'm trying to take this very serious, okay, because I'm tired of all these comedy shows and the trolling bullshit, and I'm trying to give Joe a platform. I'm trying to give Mr. Gibson a platform and Dr. Jesco White and Dr. Peter Ventura a platform here. And you're calling in and saying dirty things. Now, I want you to apologize before I hang up on you. I want you to apologize.
I also could take 7 cocks at one time.
Jesus
Perhaps
Christ. All right.
You could use an armpit, or maybe the inside of the knee. What's that called? The back side of the knee? We could maybe lube it up and maybe take up to 7 cocks.
That's disgusting.
And he must be black.
Okay. Bridget, all right. Thank you, Miss Pruitt, with the black cocks comment. Joe, I'm sorry about that. I apologize, Joe.
Well, I'm not worried about it. These people are just losers. That's fine. The Republic will show them the door when the Republic is just restored. As far as Jesco goes, though, I think Jesco is somebody that we can possibly work with and correct and fix his train of thoughts and his what he believes and how he believes. At least he doesn't call in and pretend to be someone else that he's not. So I will give him credit there.
Joe, to be the correct way of thinking is to think like you. They would need to give me a lobotomy at a minimum.
Ooh, those hurt.
And then I would probably, I'd probably still be about 100 IQ points above you.
Well, how do you know you haven't had already a lobotomy? Because that's what it sounds like after you drink 2 beers all the time.
It feels like that talking to you. So you do have a point.
All right, good. Now, what kind of America do you foresee that you want to have, Jessica? What type of America do you want? Where should the blacks live? Where should the whites live?
I believe that the kind of America you're talking about is the one where, when you call the white socialist movement, the National Socialist Movement with Commander Kalichi, and you offered your allegiance to the white power movement, and that was the day before and the day after you told Mandela Khan and Chewbacca how you were a friend of the African American community, but yet you called the National Socialist Movement and said otherwise. So I just
no, I have an allegiance with all people. Yes, I have an allegiance. I have an allegiance with all people, white and black.
Even if they're the white National Socialists. I'm sorry.
Why? What's wrong with the whites? What's wrong with that? Why? They're not entitled to have their viewpoints, and what do? They don't go out hurting anybody or attacking anybody. I mean, they're entitled to their view. This is America, right? Well, what is it okay for the Black Panthers to go around and call white people filthy, stinking, rotten pigs, like I've called out on my show?
Not to interrupt you. Not to interrupt you.
You do. You are, though. But you are.
Well,
but you are.
Interrupt you if I can get a word in.
But you are.
If I can get a word in. Not to interrupt you.
But you are.
Okay, not to interrupt you. But not what you're no. Not to interrupt you.
Listen, you can call me Collect from the county jail when you're arrested. That would be a great show. Maybe J-Bo can get it on his calling Collect. Peter Ventura has the imposter arrested. That would be a great podcast, but I think I'm going to have the rights to it first. Because I'm going to get the real Dr. Peter Ventura on there, and we're going to call the county jail that you're going to be housed in. We're going to call the county jail that you'll be housed in, and you'll be in protective custody because we're going to contact that jail and the prison guards and put the jacket on you that you are a rapist and a murderer and a filthy, rotten child molester, and we're going to see what happens to you in the county jail. We're going to see how you like being slandered. Because don't worry, you're going to be in the county jail under a $500,000 bond, and you won't be getting out. Well, they could put you on a $500 bond, and you wouldn't be able to get out. But but don't worry, you have broken the law, sir.
The
how
black
has Dr.
gentleman
Peter
asked
Ventura
you
broken
if
the
you
law?
have ever had your feces pushed in.
Don't worry. When you're in the county jail in a concrete fat box, you moonbat. Okay, and getting your 3 little slices of bread in the morning and lunch at night. You can cry all you want.
I asked you, have you ever had your shit pushed in? And you said no, but you would love to try it.
That's okay, but the point of it is you're going to get to try it real soon.
Actually,
don't worry. It takes usually about 90 days to get a warrant. It takes about 90 days. Okay.
We have another fan calling in right now. And he actually would like to speak to both Jesco and Joseph. So I'm going to bring him on, or her. I don't know. It's up in the air. Okay, go ahead, caller. You are on the air with Joseph Gibson, Dr. Peter Ventura, and Dr. Jesco White.
Hello?
Oh, boy.
Hello?
Hey, Rico. Is that Rico?
This is Rico. I want to say hello to everybody. I want to say that Jesco White is a good person, and I will give to him my vote. And I would like to say Peter Ventura, a good person, and he no longer do dick suck to kids, which is very good. And I want to say goodbye. Because Joe Gibson is dick suck, who do dick suck to little kids still.
Oh, I still do, huh?
That's an accusation. Hold on, that's an accusation. We can't have that on the air. That's actually very disgusting, and we can't have that on the air. So please, I'm gonna have to ask you to not call in, Rico. If you have a normal question and not an accusation toward the following 3 men, I'd appreciate it if you would just ask your question and please move on. Rico.
Okay, sorry. I have a question for Dr. Peter Ventura.
Sure, go ahead.
How are you find a custom pants when you wear a suit to hold your big dick inside your pants?
Oh.
Well, to be honest with you, I would purposely wear sweats when I was taking my babysitters back to their home. And then that's when I found that I didn't have the pockets that were big enough to carry the knife that I assaulted them with. So I went back to wearing the carpenter style Dickies at the time because I had plenty of room for my knife of every size, and it was a quick way to come in contact with it and put it to their neck when I assaulted them. Now, keep in mind, I was in my mid-20s and early 30s when I did this to a Fortune 6-year-old, but it's still my dominance wasn't enough until I had the knife at their neck. And plus, it back then, and keep in mind this was the past, that's how I would get off by doing that stuff. So to answer your question, it was Dickies. You got to get the Dickies and get them a size bigger. I hope that answered your question.
It does very much. And I have a question for Jesco, Dr. Jesco White. How is it that you put your big dick inside your pants when you at work?
I don't know if I quite caught that, but I don't participate in degeneracy. I'm not Joe Gibson. All right.
Okay. And I have a question for you, Gibson. Mr. Gibson.
Don't even bother. You're not going to get a response.
Well, hold on. What kind of question do you have for him, Rico? Because if it's not political, I can't have you ask it.
It has something to do with his campaign.
All right. Keep it politically based, and everything will be fine. But go ahead. You can ask away, but keep it politically based. Because if you're not, I'm gonna have to hang up on you.
Okay. How is it you have a campaign of such magnitude? It's so big when you have little dick because you are a little dick suck motherfucker.
Whoa. Very
insulting. Not even going to respond to that. Not even going to respond to the jackass. He's obviously a jackass.
Yeah, Rico, I'm hanging up on you, Rico. I'm sorry, I have to hang up on you. You can't go calling guests on my show dick sucks. This man could possibly be the future president of the United States, and you're going over here saying that he's a dick suck, and you're making fun of him for a small penis, and it's not fucking right. It's not right. Don't do that.
Well,
I'm sorry, Joe. I hung up on him.
Joseph Gibson. I've been in the shower with Joseph Gibson, and I can tell you that even though he has a small penis, it's not the size that matters, but it's what you do with it. So, I got you covered, buddy.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
I don't think he uses it much. I think he's usually getting his shit pushed in, especially when he was in the joint.
Well, I mean, Jessica, I mean, your sister emails me constantly. I mean, and really, I'd like her to stop, because I feel bad for her. She needs a lot of psychological help right now from all the abuse that you committed against her, and she's also your mother, by the way. So everyone don't get confused. Mother and sister, it's the same woman actually, and I mean, if I were you, I would try to get her some help. She needs help.
We have to keep this politically based. We can't be insulting anybody, and that's why I got rid of Rico.
Was my biggest earner.
Your biggest earner? As in for campaigns, or?
No, when we were incarcerated together, I would pretty much sell his mangina, but back then we called it his man pussy or his boy pussy. And it was a 2 cigarettes sometimes soups, but it got to the point where I had to get a little control of him and slap him around because he was trying to give it away, and I think it wasn't good for business when he was, instead of going after the pack of carton, he would just of cigarettes. He was doing it for 2 cigarettes. He was giving blowjobs and giving up that ass for 2 cigarettes, and that was usually a pack. And Joseph, I found out, was doing it for free, so I slapped him around a little bit. Had my way with him once or twice a day.
Is this true?
And just to teach him a lesson. And he's forgiven me for that. That's why we're close friends, because we've been through hell and back. And, the times I penetrated him, we've no longer tried to talk about that because it's in the past, and we're brothers now. And we love each other. So it's a beautiful thing that we can find forgiveness and still get along the good way we do. Ain't that right, buddy, Joseph?
Well, whatever you want to say. But anyway, like I said, you can call me from the county jail. That's going to be one heck of a blog talk show. I mean, call me collect, or I'll send you a calling card. but it's going to be really great when if Dr. Peter Ventura, the real one, needs me to come out there and be a witness and bring the downloaded shows.
And I will sue you for defamation of character.
Mm-hmm.
Continue the charade. Stop it.
Okay. Well, don't forget. Don't get scared. Don't get scared when they show up at your door now. I want to see what you're going to... I really want to see the video of you crying when they're handcuffing you away. It's going to be hilarious.
Well,
I can't wait.
This is getting wild, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in more fans who have questions for you guys. We have about 40 minutes left. I'm probably not going to go the full 40, but you guys can call in at 267-521-0181. We have Joseph Gibson, Dr. Peter Ventura, and Dr. Jesco White on the air. We're having a political discussion. Please call in, share your opinions or your questions. I'm going to go to some live callers now that want to speak to you guys. I'm going to continue on with the live callers. I've got area code 623 that's waiting in the wind. Go ahead, 623. You're on the air.
Hi, J-Bo and everyone. This is Mike Hunt, personal trainer.
Hello, Mike.
I have to say, was listening to Joey regarding Kobe Bryant, and, I agreed with a little bit of what he was saying, but my neighbor, who's a black guy, really disagreed with Joey, and he's here with me. He's really pissed at Joe. You want to say anything to Joe?
Yeah.
Don't swear at him, but he's...
Gold's Gym, Mal. Yeah, okay, Gold's Gym, anytime, 8:30 a.m., sharp. Be there, Greensboro, North Carolina, Battleground Avenue. Just anytime you want to show up. None of you ever do. Well, you'll have to make it out of your hood first. I know, you 8:30 is usually your bedtime, but that's fine. Just try to stay awake.
Well, I actually agreed with you, and he and I got into a bit of an argument. He's out front on the porch drinking a beer, but he was yelling. He walked off.
Probably Colt 45 or something like that. That's what he drinks. Most blacks drink Colt 45s or what, the cheap stuff, But
no, it's not Maggie. Hold on. Wait, what do you want to say to Joe?
Or Hennessy. That's what the black man like. Hennessy, right? Yeah.
Well, he's calling you a bitch. I don't know,
that's fine.
Bitch or something. But anyhow, hey, I was reading your book, Joe, and I wanted to ask you, chapter 9, where it said that you made your cellmate bathe with toilet water, and then you did something called banana in the tailpipe. Is that a true story that you made your cellmate
Chapter 9?
with toilet
Chapter
water?
9? Well, actually, you need to tell the truth, caller. That was you. Yes, and in fact, I actually had the Nation and Brotherhood pin you down because you didn't pay your extortion fee. And you actually enjoyed it. So just tell the callers the truth.
You'll never win a campaign because you're a freak. You take your homo boyfriend bathe with toilet water.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, now what about chapter 10 where it talks about you being...
Oh, chapter 10 where they string you up in the shower and rape you, the Nation and Brotherhood, again for your next month's protection fee that you didn't pay. Yep.
Nobody
okay, and you promised your sister and your mother for collateral, right?
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, yes, that's right. How about chapter 11, when you attempted to hang yourself, like the punk you are?
Isn't that bankrupt?
Yeah.
Nice try. Hey, Joey, I'll see you at Gold Gym, but anyway, Jay...
Yeah, whatever. You ain't going to see nobody anywhere. You're just nothing but a punk. You got my address.
And
I think Mike was talking.
I think Jesco's right. You don't listen for shit.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't listen to idiots. That's why, especially ones that pay protection to the Nation and Brotherhood, and then like being raped.
Go ahead, Mike. You had something you had to say to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to say to J-Bo, thank you for all you do. You do a lot, and we appreciate you. Also, Jesco. Your band sounds great. I heard some of the music, fantastic. And Dr. Peter, thank you for all of your insights and trying to help Joey, and you're very honest. And we know that Joey is not very honest. I've been reading his book, and I'm shocked by the things that he openly...
Well, you're shocked I wrote about you. That's the problem. You're shocked, and you're very upset. That's, you're shocked that I had to put that in the book about the devastation of, sexual encounters by people who fail to pay protection to the gangs in the Connecticut prison
let him
system.
speak. I don't want to have to backhand you.
You know,
Let him
hey, listen, listen, pal, in California, don't worry. The sheriffs are going to be backhanding you very soon, so don't worry about that.
Shut your mouth.
Okay. When they SWAT team your house, or maybe do a Chris Hansen on you, you know, on Dateline or something like that, you know, because we know you're a sexual deviant pervert punk, and we know where you live because you punked down. You punked down when Dr. Peter Ventura called you. You punked down. I wish we had that live recording. I wish he would have recorded it, but California is illegal.
Well, we have more callers.
Admitted it.
We have more callers on the line. I'm going to bring them on that want to speak to Dr. Peter Ventura, Dr. Jesco White, and Joseph Gibson. So let's see. 408, you're on the line with the following. And how are you tonight?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. What are we talking about here? I just tuned in.
We're talking about the future campaign of Joseph Gibson, who is running for congressman out in, was it Raleigh or?
6th District of North Carolina, Guilford County, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina. Yep. So that's what we're talking about, caller.
Oh, no, I see. So what are your main campaign policies, if you don't mind me asking?
What's my what? Can you repeat that?
Your campaign promises.
Well, my campaign promise is, the first campaign promise is, of course, to have people like the phony Dr. Peter Ventura and Tony Gaga there deported. Okay.
Deport?
And
yes. Why would you deport Tony Gaga? He's American.
He's not an American. He's a phony American. But he'll be deported. And if you'd like, I can add your name to the list too, sir, the caller there. And we're going to get a lot of people out of here. That's going to be my most important campaign promise.
You're so delusional. You're so delusional. Remember when you told people you were
well, hey, I mean,
head of the Latin Kings and you were just the biggest bitch for them?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I still find that almost cute about you.
Very good. Actually, I got the real Dr. Peter Ventura on the line right now, but I want to thank Jabo for the interesting show here tonight. Jesco, you need help, brother. You need help. Come over to the right side.
Well, Joe, if you're saying that's the real Peter Ventura, Dr. Peter Ventura, would you like him to come on the air and maybe explain himself? Or, I mean...
he might. I'm going to connect over to him right now, so we'll see.
He's making it up. He's making it up.
I'll stand by. I'll stand by.
Hey, I was just going to say, Jesco White's in the right here. I mean, if a National Socialist was running the country, we wouldn't see all these fucking niggers, these shitskins, destroying the country.
Well, you can't say that.
Like, I live in California. I saw my nice country, my nice white country, turn into a third world shithole with all these policies that the Democrats push. I don't want any of these people here.
Well, there you go. You see, so that's to Jessica. That's right. Jessica maybe can be my running mate then. Because that's what he believes.
Oh, hey,
I'm sure you're going to get a lot of
people
Jessica that want to vote for you.
I'll vote for you for sure.
I just don't like the fact that Jessica plays with his little sister like he does. That's the only thing that pisses me off.
I mean, this is news to me. I did not know he was playing with his sister. I just thought he was a National Socialist.
I thought so too, but but I don't think the NSM would allow that. But and I support the NSM, but I don't know if like I said, maybe they don't know about Jesco doing this stuff. I don't know, but well, maybe I'll let them know.
Well, Joe, after you answer, after you
but I do appreciate J-Bo they're having me on. Excuse me, and we'll try to do this again real soon. We'll try to get Dr. Peter Ventura on here, the real Dr. Peter Ventura, and we'll get the warrant number. We'll get the warrant number and the case, then the docket number for his case, and we'll put it on here in the chat room. Okay. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll get your real name posted once the warrant is issued. Because once that's issued, then we can put your name out there as wanted. And that should be very interesting. And we'll put it on every Blogtalk show's chat room. This guy calls in the Blogtalk pretending to be Dr. Peter Ventura, and there's a warrant out for his arrest. And that is going to be great Blogtalk news.
I'm going to sue you for defamation of character.
Yep, you can sue. Well, you're going to have to do it behind bars, though, from behind bars, okay? So... But good luck to you. But thanks, J-Bo. Let me see if this is Dr. Peter Ventura. Thanks for having me on there. Yeah, it will. It will. Trust me.
Say hi to
Bridget. See you later, guys.
Say hi to your sister, Bridget. I love Bridget, by the way.
Hey,
Dr.
Ventura, I got a question for you. How good were you eating in the joint because of all the money you made off of Gibson's ass?
Well, I had it all. I had it, the best food that was offered there, and any contraband I was able to get my hands on. The bad part about it is that, when I really, really wanted something, we were doing what we called keystering it up Joseph Gibson's anus. And, sometimes I had 2-3 Snicker bars up there, and it just... once you get used to that lifestyle, you just got to wipe it off or wash it off, and it's good as long as it's wrapped and sealed or put in a balloon or condom. But it tastes great, and but I was eating like a king. That's what I was doing. It was beautiful, and I appreciate Joseph for that. That's why I defend him. I think of him as a little puppy dog that would follow me around to this day, and like a little chihuahua that barks. He just doesn't stop, doesn't know when to stop. He just keeps going, and that's why I think it's funny and it's cute. But I just would hate for him to get slapped around. I'd have to backhand him myself sometimes when he gets out of hand. But I ate great. Thank you for asking.
Did anybody ever offer to just buy them out from underneath you and have them for their own?
But they did, but when I was released first, and it's only then that I sold that. The way we said it back then, we sold that ass. So I sold him right before I got out, but he was good for business, so I wasn't going to give that up. I mean, it was just hard, when you have a commodity like that. While incarcerated, just it's really good for business. Heck, he replaced 3 of my earners, just him alone, and it was just easy to keep tabs on Joseph, because he was doing it all. Putting in the work. No less than 5 times a day, sometimes as many as 19 to 20 plus people per day. So it was a life. If you've been incarcerated, I lived the life. I held the keys.
Amazing.
Yeah, you must have been living like they did in Goodfellas when they were in prison. They had all the, they had their own little space and food and wine and all that stuff.
Amazing. This is amazing. I'm really glad that I decided to do a show tonight. I'm glad I got Joe Gibson on the air with Dr. Peter Ventura and Dr. Jesco White. I do want to say that I do have some closing thoughts, so if I can put you gentlemen on mute, if that's okay. I just want to thank you for joining the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. White. Yeah, well, thank you, Dr. Peter Ventura. I appreciate you coming on, and I know your schedule is very busy, especially where you are rightfully dividing people's cheeks, as DC2 would say. And I just want to thank you very much for being on the air. And I'm sorry that you were accused of being an imposter. I don't understand why. But But yeah, thank you for calling in.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And again, please forgive Joseph for his actions. He is who he is, but that's why I love him. I might have to beat his ass.
Ooh, well, that sounded very stiff, but okay, Dr. Peter Ventura, thank you very much for calling in. So everybody, this was a very impromptu episode per usual. All my stuff is very impromptu. But what I want to do right now before I close the show out is, since I feel